Padres fans, prepare yourselves. I've actually got good news. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Padres Digest. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Padres Digest. I've been trying all season to say that we are the internet's most show, but I want to upgrade us to the show that is sticking with it no matter how stressful this season gets. We said, like I said at the beginning, we got some Xander Bogaerts news. Before we get to that, I got to do the obligatory YouTube thing of saying, hey, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be great. If you want to leave a comment, that would be fantastic. Love hearing from you, even if it is just for you to all vent. And I get it. Sometimes you just got to say, but hear me out. I got good news for you. Xander Bogaerts is set to return Monday. That's the day we're recording this. That's the day I'm talking to you. So what? Let's break all this down because this was in the most recent Kevin AC article, and the Padres are talking about it. And the official move has not been made as of us recording this. I'm getting it out kind of early, but we're talking about it because Xander is coming back at an interesting time. The Padres are back to playing at home. Here's what we've got left this season. Just finished up that White Sox series at the top. Apologies, as always, to everybody that views this on a phone. If these words are too small, I'm here to read them for you. The series that we are going into is the Brewers. We got 3 against the number 1 team in the National League, and then we got 3 against the Diamondbacks. The Padres' magic number is getting lower, and there is less concern that I am having about the Padres outright making the playoffs than I was having 3 or 4 days ago. So Xander returning to me raises a whole bunch of questions, and I want to hear from you guys on all of these. Let me know what you think as we go through all of this. The Padres right now, if the season ended today, is always a fun game that I like to play. And if the season ended today, the Padres would be on the road playing the Cubs in a wild card round that would then lead to a series against the Brewers. So even though the Padres' magic number is indeed down to 1, and we can talk about if the Padres get a win today, rest some pieces, maybe they don't need to keep their foot entirely on the gas pedal, but given that the Brewers are going to be the team that if we win the wild card series against the Cubs, pending no crazy collapses or shenanigans happen in the last couple of days, that we would have to take on the Brewers ultimately to get to where we want to go of a World Series. And we'd have to get past the Brewers. And between the Brewers now and the Brewers again, we have a Diamondback series and then the playoffs. So it's not like there's this range where the Padres can bring Xander back and be like, okay, a pinch hit here, a start there, 5 at-bats this week, 10 at-bats next week. Let's ease you back into it. He's a month after coming off, a month out from a broken foot that he suffered against the Seattle Mariners, fouling a ball off of it. And all reports that we have read over the last 2 weeks have indicated that he has progressed in a condensed and rapid but successful rehabilitation process. So, I don't think we're getting Xander at necessarily 100%. Now, Xander at 80+% versus Iglesias or anything else that we got, I'll still take a Xander. For those of you that may have the sour taste of the beginning of the season in your mind, or maybe just think about these things only in what you see and hear on Twitter echo chambers, you might think that Xander's not been having that great of a year. He's double-digit home runs is great for the Padres. We don't have a ton of that. 260 is perfectly in that range of it's another year. It's not a phenomenal year. It's not a down. It's a net positive type of year. And Xander, some of my sports analysis is apples to oranges, but it helps me in my brain sort of distill analogies down. And I've been thinking a lot about Kevin Durant lately. And for those of you that have not followed basketball or don't necessarily know Kevin Durant's injury history, he came back early from an injury, like a strained calf situation, pushed it too hard, led to an Achilles tear. Obviously, a broken bone in Xander's foot is not going to lead to an Achilles tear. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am curious about pushing him too hard in these final 6 games for the Padres. Like, is winning any of these 6 games worth Xander re-breaking or re-agitating his foot because he's rounding second funny, or because he has to jump for a line drive, or something that's just like natural muscle memory reaction for him that then winds up with he's out for the playoffs. So, I'm curious. I don't know what we got going on. I'm seeing that Xander is saying the right things. I'm seeing that Xander is rehabbing correctly and is talking about wanting to be there for the team. Okay, I'm down. But at the same time, it has been such a topsy-turvy, and I close my eyes and I stick with her, because, like, yes, we are in this, but it seems like the entire last month has been the catchphrase of Toy Story, that this isn't flying, it's falling with grace. Like, the Padres have just been on this like steady decline. So I'm all for Xander is the jolt. Xander coming back is the Padres survived. We got the dub of Michael King is figuring it out. We got other videos on that, so hop over there. Merrill's starting to hit. Xander's back, and like something close to the core of this, like how this lineup was conceived, is going into, like, talk me into that. I'm here for all of that, but I'm also like, we're doing it with everybody's had a valley this year. Everybody's had a down point this year, and we don't have like 100% confidence in like, this is the lineup that as long as our pitching holds, we get it done. So I want Xander back. I think for me, Xander is, let's skip on that first Brewers game. Have him available if need be for like a pinch hit. I target that second Brewers game for, let's get him out there in the starting lineup. And let me know what you think on this schedule of things for Xander. I want to hear your take on all of this. But then that third game, it's a day game coming off a night game. So I bench Xander just out of abundant caution, but also you can say, like, you can make it conceivable that even if he has a little bit of a negative stress foot reaction type of thing, that benching him on the 24th is not the end of the world. It's a day game after a night game. Then coming back, I want to see him do somewhat of the same thing against the Diamondbacks. Be available one of, or if not both of those first two. So I want Xander. Give me 4 out of these 6 games for Xander. Let's get him back in the rhythm and routine. That's kind of what I want. But the TLDR, Xander's back as of today. Padres got a huge series right now against the Brewers, but they've also got an internal decision to figure out, like, given that our magic number is 1, once we seal that 1, what do we do? Do we take the important pieces, give them some days rest, or do we keep trying to make sure this team can get in a groove before the playoffs? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Like I said at the beginning, if you want to hit the subscribe button, be fantastically appreciated. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Talk to you guys soon.